Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another benchmarking video. This time around I'm going to be doing The Witcher 2. So this was released with the Eon Wrapper, which was heavily criticised by a lot of Linux users, and it doesn't have a benchmark, so I had to put in a little bit of extra effort to try and get this video up to good standards and have it so it's equally matched in a sense. But as you can see at the start, I'm using cutscenes, which I thought would be a good comparison because it uses gameplay, like just the normal gameplay graphics in the videos. So I thought it would be evenly matched. As you can see, they are evenly matched at the moment. But when it gets to the actual gameplay, that's where things get interesting. As you can see, we're getting 60 FPS in Linux on the left-hand side and 60 FPS on the right-hand side for Windows. As I didn't mention, by the way, Linux, the drivers for Linux on this current video are 346.47, and for Windows it's 347.88. So as you can see so far, during the videos throughout the game, they are very evenly matched. And bearing in mind, I'm using a GTX 980 and an Intel i7 4790K, which is a high-end PC. So when it gets to the interesting parts, which is around about now, you'll see as soon as I get into gameplay, which was very hard to match up. Like I say, it wasn't, I sort of had to figure out where I'd be walking and stuff like that. It was hard to suss out, basically, because obviously, like I say, it's not a proper benchmark. It's me just playing the game. So straight away, Linux actually loads quicker, as you can see there, by like a millisecond. But boom, instantly, Linux drops down to 22 frames per second, whereas Windows is getting double that in 42 frames per second. So this is where Witcher 2 on Linux got a lot of criticism when it was using the Eon Wrapper. As you can see there, it's sort of like it's sort of similar gameplay. There's a lot of people fighting, but yeah, it's not exactly the same. So it's not the fairest of tests, but it's the fairest I can get it, so to say. So apologies if you don't you disagree with how I'm doing this benchmark, but it's the best way I can do it possible. As you can see there, I'm sort of out of time on the right hand side for Windows, but look at that frame rate difference. Look, Windows is constantly getting nearly above 60 FPS the majority of the time. Linux is doing quite good then, actually. 54 frames per second in gameplay. It's not too bad, but like I say, bearing in mind I'm using a GTX 980, so you guys with your lower end hardware, so to say, it might not run that great. You'll have to set your graphics down by a lot. As you can see, I'm trying to use good parts, but yeah, I wanted to do this as obviously Witcher 3 is out next month, so I've been playing The Witcher 2 a lot, and I was curious as to how well it ran in Linux compared to Windows. So hopefully by the time The Witcher 3 comes out, hopefully again on release date, they would have sorted out any issues related to performance on Linux, as it just got a random drop down to 18. But even then, Linux is still busting out 30 FPS plus, which is more than playable, apart from at the start when it was at 20 FPS, but I think that's because there was a lot of people in the crowd. But yeah, I'm going to try and get some more benchmarks like this on higher end games, but I'll have to do something similar to this where I'd have to do it side by side. But yeah, as you can see, it's not doing too bad, but as soon as it gets to a cutscene, boom, back up to 50 FPS. So it's one of them, really. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this benchmark. As I said, I put a lot of effort into this to try and sort of get them matched as much as possible. It runs okay, but I've got a very high-end hardware, sorry. So if you've got lower-end hardware, keep an eye out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this benchmarking video. Rate and subscribe for future Linux content. And peace out, guys. See you later.